I'd say she's pretty froze. There we go. We're hauling manure today. Because this manure is so sloppy, I don't stuff it full like some people do. Bed pack I would, but not this stuff. It weighs a lot more, which isn't really great on the spreader, and it compacts the hell out of the field. So yeah, we hauled a bunch of manure last weekend. We probably got 20-25 acres covered. Then we ran out, so now I'm just hauling the manure we made this week. We cleaned out a couple pins, so we should get the rest of this field we're doing now covered. Maybe a little bit on the other, but I wouldn't think very much. So we're heading out, second load of the day. So we're hauling manure today. Like I said, I got these 2 passes done. We're not putting it on extremely thick. It's kind of light here because we started, but it gets a little thicker back there. But we did that one up there last weekend, that one up there. I got them chiseled, and then the bottom we got some covered last weekend. I chiseled probably 6 passes. And we're hoping to get the rest of this one covered so I can get this one chiseled too. But that one right here is gonna be a while. I think that's 14 acres. And 14 acres takes a lot of shit. So we kind of have to wait for the cows to make it. That's the problem. So I'm sure this winter we'll haul it on there. So yeah. About every video I have someone ask me, how do I like this thing? Well, it has its pros and cons, and there's some days I just absolutely hate it. Because even though you got PTO with some universal joints, you pretty much have to drive in an exactly straight line with the PTO turned on. Because if you turn just a little bit, you'll hear grinding. I don't know if it's a grinding, but knocking. And then the chain on the inside, there's two chains, they'll just fly off. I mean, not very sharp at all. So you saw me in the drone footage on that one sharper corner. I had to turn the PTO off, get it angled straight, and then turn it back on. Because if I don't take the time to do that, I will be spending the next half hour, 45 minutes putting the chain back together. And in this oil bath up here, it is just pure oil, and you get an oil bath by the time you get it on. And I already did that once this morning, so I don't like this oil bath at all. It's a pain in the ass to get in there, and it leaks oil. I've heard from multiple people they got the same problems with it. New, old, used, anything, they all leak oil. At least the one everybody I've talked to. But when you get into wet, sloppy manure, it just spreads it so nice. It's perfect. And in slop, it unloads fast too. And it spreads nice. Bed pack, fresh bed pack, it spreads it pretty decent, because that's what I was just doing. Not as good, but it unloads slow as hell. Just so slow. And then if you have bed pack that turns into compost, you had it sitting on a pile for a year or two, and it's just broke down so much. This thing, it won't spread it at all. Not very good. Final load of the day, and everything is empty. I think I started hauling in like 9:30 today, maybe 10 o'clock. Of course, I lost probably half an hour, more like 45 minutes probably on that chain. So, yeah, I got the field covered. So I'm on the last field out here. Not even gonna get close to cover, but I actually got more hull on it than I thought we were. We basically have every manure pit empty. Every pin we have cleaned and rebedded. So we have like literally no shit left on the farm. So everything is just clean. And I don't know, we just, spring tillage does not work that great. So we'd like to get, really, we need a month more manure to get this strip covered. But the chances of us chisel plowing around the 10th of December is so freaking low that it's probably not gonna happen. But yeah, that's basically what we need. Anyway, I'm gonna chisel this one over there tonight, and what I have spread on this one, which is gonna be about 4-6 passes, something like that. But last spring we had to chisel plow a bunch, and it doesn't work as nice as fall. The ground just works up so lumpy for planting, it doesn't make the greatest seed bed. We had problems. So, and the ground warms up better when it's chisel plowed in the fall instead of the spring. It dries out better, just does everything better when it's fall work. So, the big 50-acre field back there, we know that's going to be all spring tillage, but yeah. What we used used to do is chisel plow and haul manure on the chiseled ground when it was froze, but that's just extremely rough, and then you got to work the manure in the spring anyway, so you're just better off waiting until spring. So that's pretty much what's holding us up, getting everything chiseled, is you got to get manure covered on it. Usually you don't have enough to cover what you want. So anyway, end of video. I talked too long.